Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Francine, and this is my channel, The Hermetic Herald, here for another reading. This is specifically going to be a reading for my members, my lovely members. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for supporting my channel. Lately, it's been sparse, the readings, but I definitely intend on touching base with every single one of those readings that you guys requested so far, and I'm going to continue to do so. So if anything, members are going to be receiving readings no matter what. And the public, I'm going to be doing some readings that I have on that huge list, so there's a lot to talk about. But I wanted to touch base on a lovely viewer member named Ethereal Aries. So I hope I'm saying your name right. I looked through your reading request that you did a long time ago, actually, that I had on my list with Geneva Natalia and Jack Gilinsky. Let's touch base with them. I've been at home as a mom and it's been really busy, and I've been thinking about these readings. So I want to get these done. I feel like I've put them off long enough, so let's tune in. Spirit team, please help me and assist me. I just heard joking and boring. What is that about? I don't know if someone's feeling like bored or they're joking around with somebody, or if that's related to the people that I'm tuning into. So let me tune in. Spirit team of Jack Gilinsky, Madison and Geneva Natalia. Those that are willing, I'm hearing skullcap. What is that about? Those that are willing to come into, I'm hearing listen to the conversation that we are having, and also to input any information. What would you like to say? Justice. So there's something about karma between these three people. Karma is being served. I'm hearing a number of things. Wowzers. As soon as I tuned into their energy, it's like non-stop. 6/18 is significant. June 18th is going to be significant for these two. One of the three, actually. I'm not going to specify unless I get a word from their spirit team. I just heard the date. So 6/18 is significant. Justice is here. Justice is going to be served. There's some heartbreak. Okay, there's karmic justice and retribution coming for someone that had a bout of pain or a bout of, I'm hearing incivility, if that's a word even, just a lack of civility in how the situation was approached and addressed with the parties. So this could be how Jack addressed the situation with Madison. There's something about this death. I'm hearing performing a rebirth or something coming out of it that's going to be beautiful for Madison after a period of pain and of a lot of competition, of feeling like, you know, when you feel like you're pushing against the tides and like they're not moving. She felt like that. Madison felt like she was pushing against something that she could not see, that felt overpowering at times with Jack. So there was this competitive energy of like having different beliefs and mindsets and trying to like spar all the time. Geez, they fought a lot. So they had a lot of passion. Jack Gilinsky's coming off as a King of Wands energy, so there's a lot of passion in the relationship. Maybe the sexual energy was there, but there was a lot of sparring, a lot of, I'm hearing infrequent, I'm hearing weird things. Infrequent urination, like they're not going like to the bathroom. They were spending so much time with each other and not taking care of themselves. So the Emperor is here. Also control was coming through. So there's some control on Jack's side. Wow. We're not even getting into the like questions, Ethereal Aries. So I hope that's okay. We're going to get into them soon, but they're giving me like a story. Authority over your emotions. Jack Gilinsky has quite the authority over emotions. He has a way with people to where he really grabs you and takes a hold of you by your emotions and makes you feel crazy. Makes you feel like you're doing something crazy. Weird, crazy things ensue is what I'm hearing. Illusions. It really gets you like feeling like you're in a, you know, when you're in like a house of mirrors, you don't know what's real and what's fake with him. I don't even know this guy. Okay, we have the Lovers. Gemini energy. I don't know. Is he a Gemini? Just a lot of like love bombing or feeling like you're loved or feeling like there's someone catering to you, him catering to you, Jack, but then feeling this loneliness or sadness, like your joy is being stolen from you when you're not with them. She's learning how to go it alone though. She's using her intuition, Cancer energy, that mothering instinct, something about her nurturing and mothering either spirit team members, or her way of nurturing and mothering herself is significant. Something happened and she had like a period of like a bout of mental instability, maybe even depression. I say maybe even because not everyone deals with it like clinically, but could go through a lot of like deep downhill battles or downhill in the emotions. A lot of worry. She's going to be set free from a lot of worry. Something was worrying her or is still worrying her. Okay. So that's a little overview of what her spirit team is trying to say so much. They want me to debunk something. So let's keep going. I just heard the word debunk. They want me to do that first. So wow, thank you so much for those messages, spirit teams. Thank you for the messages that are coming through. I'm seeing this little boy in my head, like a smile, crooked smile. I don't know why I'm seeing this kid in my mind. I don't know if it's like going to be a kid in between Natalia or Geneva and Jack, or if this is just Jack as a kid. I don't know what Jack looks like. I actually don't have a picture of him or her, any of them actually, Madison, Geneva, or Jack, because I feel like I'm already getting their energy. So let's just keep going. All right, so how does Madison Beer feel about Jack and Geneva having a baby? How does she feel about that whole situation? I'll tell you what I see in a minute, okay? How does she feel about that whole situation? Oh my gosh. 3 cards came through, okay? We have the Hanged Man. She's still in deliberation. She's still trying to understand what the hell happened or what's going on. She still feels like she hasn't quite made a assessment or a conclusion to her assessment of the two of them together. She's still trying to reframe her mind about it. She's trying to be encouraging, it almost feels like, to her friend Geneva. She feels as though she's trying to be like supportive, but she's also not quite on the end of like being excited and anticipating this. She's more so like critical and analyzing something, trying to see it desperately from another light so that she doesn't offend Geneva. Because if she's her friend, I'm going to look at their friendship in a second. If their partnership is strong, she's trying really hard, it seems, to see this differently. Look at the next card. Wow. We have 4 cards instead of 3. There's a 10 of Wands here. That's about having an extremely difficult load to carry. Feeling like you're burdened, like your burden is heavy, you know, and feeling like you like are ready to let it go, ready to let bygones be bygones, like trying to really let go of the fear, of the stress, of the torture that she feels. She feels like this is a huge burden on her, the idea of them having a child. We also have the Page of Wands. This was hidden. So this entire time I thought was 1 card, it was 2. So the fact that it was hiding is telling me that she's giving off the air that she's saying, let's do it, let's, you know, I wish you guys all the best. She's trying to be like the kind of person, like a good friend or someone who's like willing to go the distance with somebody, go the distance and seeing how things work out, and is trying to be upbeat about it. But look at this. Last card is the 2 of Swords, feeling I'm hearing incompatible, feeling like they're not compatible, feeling like and she's calling him an imbecile. She really doesn't have a great opinion of him, understandably, based on what ethereal Aries you said. Just based off of that information, doesn't sound like a good situation. The energy surrounding the situation, it feels like that. So that actually makes sense. You're not like, don't worry about the information affecting the reading. It's actually helping to sharpen my understanding. And I feel like in some readings, when I don't know the people involved, I don't know Jack, Geneva, as you can tell, right? I can't say her name. Geneva and Madison, I don't know either of them, but giving me the little blurb of information is actually really helpful because I tune into them way better. So it depends on who the person is. or how much I know them. This card wanted to come through, the Knight of Pentacles. She's trying to be very patient with this, but look at that. Patient but worrying, just really concerned and very critical of the relationship. I'm hearing critical analysis, always doing this critical analysis of them. Hermit came through earlier. She might have prominent Virgo placements, Madison specifically. But yeah, I'm just getting Madison feeling uncomfortable. Just feeling like she's still trying to frame her opinion of this whole thing. Let's keep going. Yeah, so the next one was about Jack, but let's keep going actually with another deck. Let's keep going, spirit teams. Hard work ahead came through. Hard work ahead for these two. What would you like to say about how Madison is feeling in the midst of all of this, with like the news of their baby coming, her friends having a baby with him? Secret admirer. Interesting. Let's keep going, because that can mean a lot of things. Oh, I'm hearing exile. She feels like she's in exile. Yeah, taking a break. That makes a lot of sense. She's taking a vacation away from the situation. She's trying to be there when she needs her. She has a listening ear for her friend Geneva. She's trying to see like how she can help her in some way heal. Maybe not heal, but just have an open ear to hear what's going on. Is there anything else you'd like to say about how she feels about this pregnancy, this baby coming in? About this baby. Could be here already actually, since it's taken so long to do this reading. Successfully overcoming a problem, and we have position of authority. She feels honored to be like someone, she's really honored to be the friend that Geneva needs or wants, and she's trying to help her navigate this. So she feels like in a position of authority in the situation. She knows Jack fairly well, and I feel like she's trying to be like a listening ear, not really like involving herself too much, but just being there because it's overwhelming for her, it seems like. She's trying to reframe her opinion of them. Sorrow over a loss, or their opinion of the relationship between them. She feels like this might bring a wedge to something that she considers to be a gift. So she may consider, Madison may consider Geneva to be a gift to her, and feels like Jack could be the wedge. We'll clarify that in a moment. We'll see who the wedge is. You know, sorrow over a loss is here though. So she's feeling pretty sorrowful about the fact that she got pregnant, probably. That's what it sounds like. I feel like there's depth to this. There's more to come. So it feels like I have to hold off on saying anything until I get it all. You will be playing a different role. So she feels like she can be like a godmother type like energy to this, or even stepmother type energy. Interesting. Hard work ahead. Why would she feel like a stepmother? That's weird. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. She feels like there's, like I said guys, hard work ahead. I said that earlier when I was shuffling, right? So there's hard work coming in for her relationship with both parties, and also situations in the balance that require, she's trying to be careful. Her psychic ability is on point though. She's very intuitive and she sees the relationship for what it is. I think they might have, were they like seeing each other talking while she was friends with Geneva, while Madison was friends? Because something about her seeing things before they happened. And then we also have heartache over what you no longer have. She has some heartache over that. I'm hearing disobedience. She feels like someone was disobedient. Going behind your back. Oh my gosh. So she saw the change in her, in Jack. She saw the change in him and saw the interest that he had towards Geneva. She actually saw this coming and she's heartbroken about it, but she's trying to reframe her mindset. She's trying to get this burden off her shoulders, and she's trying to make a decision. She's trying to make a call because she feels like something messed the relationship between her and I believe Geneva up. She feels like this was a really big downer for her. I want to clarify some things. How does Geneva feel? How does Geneva feel externally about Madison? This one here. How does Geneva feel about Madison? I'm seeing someone with like flowers in their hair. Don't know why. Like a blonde, like dirty blonde hair. Someone with dirty blonde hair, like a braid and then like flowers. So I don't know if that means like marriage or if that means like there was a marriage or will be. External spirit, external. I feel like, is that another one? I feel like there's like 4 cards for her external feelings. Oh my gosh. Spirit, do you want me to take this? Internal. What is Madison's external vibe towards Geneva? What's her internal? Interesting. Wow. Okay. Alright, so we have a lot going on. Madison is pretty straightforward. The other is, it's like a story for both of these women. So with Geneva, how does Geneva feel externally towards Madison? We have the 9 of Cups, the King of Cups, the Justice card, and we have the 7 of Cups. She feels like she's trying to give her the space that she needs. So Geneva feels externally like she really respects, she really likes and really enjoys being in her company, in Madison's company. So she's really happy around her externally. She has a lot of love externally for her. She wants there to be balance. They tend to have this dynamic between them where they balance each other out. So one's one thing and one's the other. It kind of feels like Scorpio Taurus energy. For some reason, I don't know their signs, but something about like just 2 opposite poles, like being so different and yet connecting and making this friendship grow or work. So what's interesting is how the external force is what I'm hearing, external energy towards Madison is the 7 of Cups as well. That's about like illusions, but also like a feeling of like, I don't really know where she stands with me. There's doubt on whether she really maybe is my best friend or really is there for me in my corner. She feels like she's a fair person. She feels like she's a good person. She really just is open to her emotionally, but there's some essence of her not knowing where she stands. There's some doubt externally. Okay, so there's like this illusion that she kind of has where she kind of maybe puts some distance externally, like how people see them together. There's some distance there because she doesn't truly know what Madison feels deeply in some regards. Let's keep going. So what's Madison's external feelings towards Geneva? She feels like, she feels the 8 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. Excuse me. 8 of, wow, my throat chakra went down as soon as I started talking about Madison. Madison's perspective, she's really blocked in her throat chakra, guys. That's wow. She has to talk about some things that she hasn't said yet. She needs to talk. Oh my God. I'm hearing the word visceral. She has a visceral reaction, Madison, where she just chokes up. Like slurping so much. She chokes up when she talks to her, about her. She feels like she is a liar or deceitful. She feels like she has some work. They were working on a friendship together, and I feel like she feels cheated in some way with regards to the relationship. She feels cheated. She feels like she worked so hard on this relationship or worked so hard on the relationship with Jack, and feels like it was just a scapegoat or a way to escape the relationship. in some way on his end, and also Geneva's friendship with Madison. They felt like she feels like Geneva was not telling her the truth or being honest, but was being deceitful. Now, with the internal vibe, which is very important, these are going to be the most important things we talk about for each of them. For, if I can speak, thank you, Spirit Team. I'm just waiting for that to go away, because as soon as I start talking about her, it's going to go away. With regards to Geneva, we have the Eight of Swords internally, the Temperance card, the Four of Pentacles, or Wands, Four of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Queen of Pentacles. One moment, okay. I feel like Geneva is caught, okay, so if Geneva feels caught up in some lie or caught up in some mental process or something, like with regards to Madison, she feels stuck and tied. She doesn't know what to say most of the time when she talks to her. If she does speak to her, it's like there's an awkwardness about it, or a feeling of like overthinking what to say and how to say stuff. Like if she has to tell or wants to tell her about the pregnancy, if she's already given birth, congratulations, right? But during that time there was like a sense of like feeling stuck, feeling like she couldn't really figure out what to say, what to do. Her hands were tied, she felt uncomfortable. She tried to desperately seek balance with her, and she felt like she got that. So she felt like it was a homecoming, like, yay, we're friends, we're still friends, thank you so much. I really want this friendship to work. And I feel like she was willing to put the work in. With this Queen of Pentacles, it almost feels like Madison is the Queen of Pentacles here, which would be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn type energy, just a stable, practical energy. She feels like Madison is a little bit more mature to her. I don't know the ages on them, doesn't matter. The age really doesn't tell you everything about a person, but it could tell you experiences. So I feel like she came from a Page of Pentacles place with the friendship, and feels like Madison was someone who she could have like a big like growth spurt with, like in terms of their relationship, like they could actually grow. They had the potential to make this more, and I feel like she really was happy, excited about that, and wanted to start somewhere again. And I feel like it grew. So I feel like they did decide to be friends and to continue to be friends. But there's some energy of like Madison being a little like, of Geneva being uncomfortable, unsure of how to speak, being very stuck, very tied up in a lie. Something happened between her and Jack prior to it being officially over. So she feels externally like, Madison feels externally like she feels like there's deceit between them still, like there's some lies or some, they kind of ran away from something that is going to come up later, likely. But her internal feelings towards towards Geneva is the Empress and the Ace of Swords. She knows that she's the mother to Jack's child. She knows that she is very, she wants to make it work and wants to be there as a friend. I feel the energy of a lot of effort. They were afraid of losing something between them. This is something that required careful handling on both parties with the Grasshopper card, and it was heartache. It was hard for both parties when Geneva was pregnant. So she had some like clarity. So she feels like now Geneva is like, Empress is Taurus energy as well. She feels like Geneva is now very clear and in her power. So she feels internally like she is the Empress energy, and she admires her for that. So they're working on the relationship. Is there anything else we can learn? Bottom of the deck is the fighting for their relationship. Wow, there's a lot of fighting for this relationship. The Sun, the Five of Swords, and the Hermit. It's looking beyond like I'm hearing fasting, even like someone fasting about this situation. I would say it's likely Madison, or feeling like she was just kind of like taking all of the like impurities that were there in the relationship and trying to like find a way through to each other so that they could continue being friends. There's just this energy of them trying really hard, like fighting for this relationship. So that's honorable, very honorable. What is their trajectory though? What is the trajectory for I'm hearing Medusa. Someone may see the other as a Medusa. Or I think Madison sees Geneva as a Medusa. Something about her eyes. We also have the Ace of Wands, like her and her libido or her interest in men. She kind of feels like that's the crutch, or not the crutch, but the crux of the relationship. Her interests in the men, the same men. There's like this energy of like feeling hesitant about that aspect of the relationship because of secrets that were told or secrets that were revealed in the dark. I feel like she recognized something that happened between the two of them. For some reason, I have this question that I want to ask. Did Geneva and Madison Beer ever have like a threesome, or like have with Jack, or like have some interaction with him together? Three of Swords. Okay, so we're I feel like Madison is pretty jealous. She's the energy of someone who would take that offensively and would be really hurt by that. But I wanted to ask, because I wanted to understand that Three of Cups that I was seeing. There's this energy of them being all relating to each other, like relatable soul tribe members. But the hurt is just something that Madison is still carrying. That hurt is still coming through and persisting. She still does not quite trust her in some regards. So this is something that's going to affect the relationship, but let's continue into the trajectory. What is their trajectory? What is their trajectory, Spirit? We have two cards. We have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ace of Wands. What else is there for their trajectory, Spirit team? We have the Knave or Knight of Wands. I don't know why I said Knave of Wands. That's like another deck. They want me to move on to another deck. Their trajectory is an end to this painful cycle. Something painful is going to end and be cut off. I'm hearing cauterized. They're going to be able to right some wrong. There's going to be an opportunity for action quickly between the two of them. Inspired action. Very quickly. It's gonna be interesting to see. Let's find out what that is. What action is that? We have the Five of Cups. What is their trajectory? There's a lot of sadness with regards to this lapse in judgment in Geneva, on Geneva's end. I'm hearing Schwimmer, don't know why. Schwimmer is like, I think someone's last name in Hollywood, an actor. So we have the Six of Swords, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So we have moving on into independence. I feel like, wow. Look at that Ten of Swords, guys, in two different decks. So I think what's going to end up happening is, in order to avoid issues going down the road, Jack is actually going to be communicating with Geneva, and then they are going to move forward into kind of isolating or spending more time away from Madison. And that's unfortunate. That's just how I'm getting this energy. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Anything else I should say, Spirit Team? Emperor. I feel like he's going to take control of the situation. Moving forward, their trajectory is they're going to see less and less of each other, is what it seems like. The Tower is going to fall. Or something regarding the father, who I can only say is Jack, right? The father. It's going to, something about the friendship. There being some short communication that happens about the relationship. Like, so for instance, Jack is going to talk to Madison about their old relationship, about some patterns he noticed in the relationship. He's going to take some movement towards her, and I feel like this communication is going to affect the relationship, where they're going to sever ties. Is that correct? I'm hearing bluebird. I don't know if someone here likes birds. Yeah, something's gonna be severed. Queen of Swords between her, Madison, and Geneva. Yeah, they're gonna stop talking. She's gonna say something that's gonna be really hurtful. Madison specifically. Is it Madison? Yeah, she's gonna say something that's really really hurtful, or she's going to put her foot down on something and she's going to start over. So this relationship, unfortunately, is not going to last, the friendship. Really, this feels like a karmic relationship, guys. Very karmic in the sense that they were tempted with a partner that they resonated with. So both Geneva and Madison related and resonated heavily with Jack, but this was meant to teach them something about their friendship and about honesty and integrity. I'm just getting that being integral, like them having the integrity to tell each other what was going on before it happened and not doing that. So there's something that Geneva was supposed to do. I'm hearing tubing. I don't know if she's ever gone tubing before. Yeah, and I'm hearing like When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish. Like telling her, I'm hearing, Armitage, or talking or telling someone about the need for a ride home. Like for instance, if Geneva needed a ride home, she should have reached out to her in Madison instead of reaching out to someone else like Jack or something like that. Something about talking to the right people and doing that at the right time, like trusting your intuition when it told you not to do something, but doing it anyway. So it's gonna end in difficult, in a difficult way, is what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing the word barley. So I don't know if someone's diet is going to be affected or something about barley is significant. Could also be a person's name. So many messages are coming through. Let's keep going. 10 of Cups, though. Their family's going to be happier, Geneva and Jack, when they let go and sever ties. So how does Jack feel about his career? Let's get into that. How does Jack feel about his career? He felt like that, like he gets opportunities, but the action involved, because these are horizontal, the action involved, there's always a lot of passion, there's always a lot of, I'm hearing pressure as well to perform. I feel as though he always starts out with opportunities, but then when it comes to the how it ends, what do you have to say about that? What are you saying here? So let's keep going. There's something about a contract coming up here. Yeah, a contract that he would have really loved and was pleased by. This feels like something that happened. And I'm hearing the words without even trying. Why would he do that? I'm getting this message that Jack actually had like an opportunity that he would have loved, that he would have been all over, right? But what he did was he ghosted them, or they ghosted him. Like he had an opportunity and someone did not respond. Like he tried to start and initiate the contract or something like that, and he felt like the person asking him to start or to audition or to work in this role was looking for someone specific. They were looking for a King of Wands energy that would be very like exciting, excitable is what I'm hearing. And something happened with his psyche with regards to this position or with regards to this opportunity. I don't know if they had someone else that was auditioning for the role or for something alongside him, and they made him feel like he was being strung along. He felt strung along in some way. So this is a very interesting thing. So what Ethereal said was, how does he feel about his career, especially since his career derailed since 2018? He even had an opportunity to be a solo star in 2020, but that didn't last long. So he went back to his duo group, Jack and Jack, with his friend Jack Johnson. And okay, so yeah, so there's an opportunity for him that would have been really, really divine, but I feel like someone was looking for someone else. They were looking for someone bigger in the industry, or bigger in, it seems like he's doing music, but someone bigger. They chose someone else and he felt ghosted. He felt like isolated or like ignored. And that really sucks. So that's the energy I'm getting, is that he saw this opportunity as a big deal for him. They want us to know that he did see this as something he poured out. He was going to pour out so much energy and love into this, guys, this opportunity. And it felt like the contract, he was like excited to start this contract. And then something happened in the stages, in the beginning stages of that contract, of building the contract is what I'm hearing, that they ghosted him. Or they said, we're going to do this, we're going to see how it goes. And it just didn't go anywhere. So what do you want to tell us? How is he feeling otherwise? Thank you for the information here. I don't know why I'm hearing tuber, like a YouTuber. Is there something significant about YouTube and Jack Gilinsky? So we have King of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. And the Two of Cups. So he feels like, okay. He feels like he has like a say in what he does. He likes the freedom. He's feeling right now like he is communicative. He is telling people what he wants, and he's getting balanced. He's getting like tit for tat, or making sure that he doesn't kind of pour himself out on something like he did back in the day. I think this is the 2018 situation, or the opportunity in 2020. This was past. So he remembers the situation fondly, at least the energy in the beginning of how he felt about starting out with this opportunity. But it's like he now has learned a big lesson about giving and receiving, about balance, about reciprocity. So now he's very communicative. He likes to figure out what he's going to do before he starts doing it or gets himself emotionally involved in it. He likes to rest and take time to think on things. I think he's taken a resting period as well. Please let me know what you guys know, but it seems like he took a resting period to really find himself, to find his roots, and also to connect with people that really resonate with him, soul connections. It could be a relationship like this one with Geneva, but there's something about him dealing with his karma, or dealing with, this could be karma from a number of things, right? But the devil energy is here. That's the energy of like temptation, of being able to train yourself against that temptation. So what is his trajectory here? His trajectory is the moon. Okay. I'm hearing stargazing. So he's looking at some really big opportunities, or he will be looking at some big opportunities to lead something very soon. I'm hearing the number 4 is significant. We have the devil here, and we have the fool. There's like an easy way to do this, and there's a more difficult way, but it's the right way. So he's learning how to not go and like kind of create shortcuts to get to something that he wants to do. I'm hearing shortcomings. He's trying to look at some shortcomings in order to start something new, something big. It's going to be like a really free-spirited thing. It's going to be very, wow. He's going to be telling something, or do like a tell-all with his music, with whatever it is that he does, because it seems like he's going to be speaking the truth. He's going to be speaking out about something that was really, really harmful, or like negative in his experiences. People likely are not going to expect this. So he's working on something in secret, guys. He's going to be presenting it to you guys. I don't know how long it's going to take. Is there a time frame? Wow, 6 is significant. So this could be 6 days, this could be 6 hours, 6 days, 6 months, or 6 years. This is a passion thing for him, a passion project. This is like a soul, like something really that lights him up, guys. It's going to be something he's been like holding off on talking about and trying to like work on in the background. He's really excited about this. Really excited. It's something he really wants to share. It could be something relating to his marriage, something relating to a band or group. But there seems to be something happening in the dark. And it's going to be something that is going to be a tell-all, or something that's going to be maybe even controversial. But it's going to be something that's new, very freeing. He's going to be able to say stuff that he hasn't said before. So expect him to speak out. And I feel like it's 6 months. So I feel like it's something in August. But it could be any of the 6s, okay? Wow. So how does Jack Johnson feel about how their career together, right? Their Jack and Jack career has derailed till now. How does Jack Johnson feel? He feels like he's moved on. Wow, very straightforward. he moved on to other opportunities, or he's looking over at the horizons for new opportunities. New opportunities for him to lead in some way. And new opportunities for him to vocalize or to do something himself. 1 second. Hey everyone, so sorry about that. I'm back. So I want to go back into the energies here. 3 of Wands energy told me that he had moved on. He had already, Jack Johnson specifically was looking at his, surveying the options that he had, and he felt like he still had the ability to make something out of it. I don't know what he's done so far, but I just see an opportunity in particular for him to be a mouthpiece for something and to transition with the money that he receives, with the notoriety, onto calmer waters. So if you guys know what that is, please let me know. It was really good for him, honestly. He felt like he was true to himself when he did that. Moving, and he also, we had the 3 of Wands right earlier, now it's the 2 of Wands, which is he still looks at opportunities, plans for other opportunities. How is that going? Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. So he feels like he has an appointed time to do them. I'm hearing the word carousel. It's like a dance for him. Like he has to make sure that he does something at a certain time, at an appointed time, because if not, he can miss opportunities fairly easily. So he's always planning little things here and there, and he's going on like a calendar. It's like on a calendar year, so he kind of has certain moments where he's like more available to do other things, to go on like tours or other events. He's trying to focus on his balance with his work. So right now he feels like it was just an opportunity that came across their path, and that he made peace with that. It almost seems as though he just said okay and moved on after that. So he feels like he's very like assured of his success, that he can still work, that he can still do his craft, what he enjoys, and make money, the Lovers, that he'd be fine. So he feels really good. He feels like a little, like in the beginning, during that cycle, that time frame, he felt a little left out in the dark, you know? He felt like he was alone or isolated for a little bit in that 2018, 2020 period. But justice is here. So he found balance, and he found his voice even more so than it already is, so to speak. He found his voice and his song in that time frame as well. 10 of Cups just came through. So he's doing really, really good. I think that's all the questions I had, so that's what I'll leave you guys with. I hope that helps. It's a little bit longer, but let me know what you think. If you have any other questions, thoughts, I would love to hear them in the comments. So I'll see you guys in the next reading. Take care.